be like without beans? People grow beans because they are good to eat. But the bean pods also have another purpose. They contain seeds that will grow into a new bean plant. Pods are the fruit in the bean plant. So there's the bean. If you run your fingers up and down the bean pod, you will feel bumps. Each bump is actually a seed. Split open a pod to see its seeds. If you put a bean seed in soil and give it water, something magical will happen. Okay, so here we have, this is the bean that I talked about. Remember the bean? So here is the seed here. It says, inside each seed is a tiny plant or an embryo. So if you split open a bean, see how this is what the root's going to be. And it's called an embryo. Say embryo.
Embryo.
Okay? That means it's going to form a new life. Just like when your mommy has a baby in her tummy, that's the embryo. Okay? And it forms the root. It says inside each seed is a tiny plant or embryo. The seed also has two large white sections called seed leaves. So this is where the leaves are going to form. They are full of food for the embryo. So it's kind of, a bean plant is honestly just like a mommy's belly, where they have food to feed the baby plant inside. What's the baby plant called inside? An embryo. In moist soil, the seed slowly swells with water. So the water fills up in the seed, and the embryo's tiny root begins to grow. The root breaks through the outer shell or seed coat and pushes downward into the soil. So here we go, right here. The seed has germinated. So we're good. A pale green shoot begins to grow, and it pushes up and forces the seed leaves into seed coat apart. The seed coat falls off to the ground. How many of you guys saw our sunflower do that? Where your seed fell off and then the leaves sprouted. Did we see that yesterday?
Yeah.
So, I don't know if Ms. McAvoy's class did, but we did. The shoot has two new leaves. They spread open to face the sun. The seedling keeps growing. More leaves form. The leaves make food for the whole plant. To make food, they use water from the ground, light from the sun, and carbon dioxide from the air. Okay? So we're going to stop right there. We're going to finish it tomorrow. So really quickly, everyone say a sprouting bean.
A sprouting bean.
First there is a seed. Then there is the root. The root grows in the soil. The leaves come from the cotyledons. The stem straightens out. And the shoot sprouts leaves. Okay, let's have our scouts. Alexis, who would you like to recognize? Okay, and Aiden, why?
Crucial.
I
like to recognize Crucial because she was having her hands in her lap.
Okay, boys and girls, let's look at our friend Moby. And then Miss Mandujano's class will go off to computers.